The year is 2011. LeBron is the most hated person in basketball. This is the season he decided to join the Miami Heat.
LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat.
And fans didn't take that lightly. Everyone wanted to see LeBron fail, and that's exactly what they got. Let's talk about that. The 2011 Finals. The Heat needs no introduction. They're built around a trio of three All-Stars in their primes with Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh. The Mavs were practically built around one man in Dirk Nowitzki, an aging Jason Kidd, and many solid role players. Out of these two teams, the Heat were very favored to win it all, and LeBron was very confident this move was worth it. And Game 1 made this statement look very true with the Heat winning 92-84 at home. Game 2 seemed to be the same story. The Heat were up 15 late in the fourth, and it pretty much seemed to be over. All the Heat had to do was control their lead. But no, Dallas had one of the greatest comebacks of all time, with Dirk hitting this nice, phenomenal lefty layup for the win. Game 3 was a close game in Dallas, with the Heat winning 88-86. Dirk almost forced in overtime with the game winner, but ended up coming short in the final shot, unlike Game 2. But now, here is where things start to get interesting. The Heat were now pretty confident they had the finals in the bag. They proved to themselves that they can win a game at home. They proved to themselves they can win a game on the road. They also proved that they can win by smaller margins and bigger margins. All they had to do was work on keeping a lead and not letting up. Going into Game 4, Dirk started to feel under the weather, and he learned he had the flu. This just gave more fuel to the fire, making the Heat feel even more confident they were going to win the game. Let's say the Heat won this game, they'd be up 3-1 against the Mavs. At the time, 30 out of 30 teams in NBA history had never come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals, so if they won, it would pretty much be a guarantee that they would win the finals. Because of this, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade started to mock Dirk by fake coughing.
Oh, did y'all hear me cough? I think I'm sick.
This weather, man.
Weather is great.
It's hard to go from 85-degree weather and then go to 90.
Man down.
And this maybe wasn't the best idea, mocking the best player on the opponent team in the finals. This mocking drove Dirk to want to win even more. During Game 4, it was reported that Dirk was playing with a fever up to 102 degrees. Game 4 of the 2011 Finals is thought to be LeBron's worst game of basketball of all time. This was his worst game ever. During this game, LeBron forced terrible shots, made bad passes, and had costly turnovers. Yo, LeBron, how many points did you finish with?
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
LeBron ended the game with 4 turnovers, 8 points, and shot a measly 3 for 11. During the post-game interview, Dirk had some comments about LeBron and Wade mocking him.
Think of the video of Wade and LeBron coughing. Dwayne said that that was a real cough, by the way.
Well, I just thought it was a little childish, a little ignorant. You know, I've been in this league for 13 years. I never faked an injury or an illness before.
With the series tied, many people wondered what would happen next. The Heat would end up losing the next 2 games, and the Mavericks would win their first NBA Finals. Many fans in the NBA questioned if LeBron was truly the best player. Many people wondered if this Big Three was even worth it. After the finals, the Mavericks traded away many key pieces and went into more of a rebuild mode for better or for worse. The Heat, on the other hand, would win the next 2 finals in a row, and 2011 would be the last year LeBron would go home, still not being a champion. And then he went home to Cleveland and won, and then he went to the Lakers and won. But the 2011 finals still remains one of the most underrated finals to this day. It was filled with rivalry, comebacks, beef, and the choking of LeBron James.
We so up, told them old niggas retire. And that a hoe on some my partner, she's a biter. Me and Kobe can't fall off, man, we go higher. And I'm not loving on that bitch, I would night her.